If you're an Australian pensioner sitting on savings, term deposits, or shares, listen carefully, because around 180,000 of you are about to be quietly moved off the full pension and onto a part pension, and most won't even understand why it happened until their payment lands smaller than expected. Welcome to Centrelink Brief, the channel that keeps you updated on every Centrelink and age pension change that actually affects your bank account. Today we're breaking down a change that sounds technical but hits real money in real pockets, the deeming rate increase, and why it's about to reclassify 180,000 full-rate pensioners as part-rate pensioners. If you have savings, investments, or financial assets of any kind, this video is for you. Let's start with what deeming actually means, because this is the part most pensioners never fully understand until it costs them money. Centrelink doesn't look at the actual interest your savings earn. Instead, it assumes, or deems, that your financial assets earn a fixed rate of return, regardless of what your bank account or term deposit actually pays you. This deemed amount is then counted as income under the age pension income test. The problem is simple: when deeming rates go up, Centrelink assumes you're earning more money than you actually are, and that pushes more of your pension into the part rate category or reduces it altogether. Here's exactly what's happening. The lower deeming rate has risen from 0.75% to 1.25%, and the higher deeming rate has risen from 2.75% to 3.25%. The lower rate applies to financial assets up to $64,200 for singles and $106,200 for couples, while the higher rate kicks in above those thresholds. This might sound like a small adjustment, but the impact is significant. According to National Seniors Australia, this 0.5% increase is enough to push an estimated 180,000 full-rate pensioners into part-rate pensioner status. National Seniors. Now, here's the part that confuses people the most, and it's important you understand it clearly. Being moved to a part pension does not automatically mean your payment goes down. Because indexation is applied at the same time as the deeming rate change, many of these 180,000 people will actually receive a higher pension payment than before, even though they've technically been reclassified from full rate to part rate. It's a strange quirk of the system: your status changes, but your dollar amount might still go up. However, that's not true for everyone, and this is where you need to pay close attention. National Seniors. If you're a part-rate pensioner with substantial financial assets, particularly retirees holding term deposits, shares, or managed funds worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, you are far more likely to see your payment reduced rather than increased. The extra deemed income from the higher rate can cut payments by $10 to $50 or more per fortnight, completely wiping out any gain from indexation. Meanwhile, pensioners with smaller asset holdings under the lower threshold usually keep or even increase their full pension amount without any deeming impact at all. Where Makito. To put this in real numbers, financial advisor Nick Bruining explained it this way: a single-age pensioner previously could hold around $308,000 in financial assets without losing any pension at all. After this deeming change, even accounting for the pension increase, that figure has dropped to roughly $215,000. Above that limit, your pension starts being reduced because the deemed income exceeds what Centrelink allows under the income test. That's a difference of close to $90,000 in asset holding capacity, and most pensioners have absolutely no idea this threshold has shifted underneath them. Yahoo! So how do you know if you're on this list of 180,000? The honest answer is that Centrelink will notify you directly, but waiting for that letter is not a smart strategy. Here's what you should actually do right now. First, calculate your total financial assets, including savings accounts, term deposits, shares, and managed funds. Second, compare that figure against the new thresholds we just discussed. Third, and this is critical, if your asset value has gone down since you last reported it, contact Centrelink and ask for a review. You are entitled to an increased pension if your assets have declined, but Centrelink will not automatically catch this for you. You have to ask. It's also worth remembering why this is happening now. Deeming rates were actually frozen for 3 years to protect pensioners during a period when interest rates and living costs were soaring. That freeze ended, and the government is now gradually bringing deeming rates back in line with actual market returns. While that protected many people for a while, it also means this adjustment, when it finally arrived, hit all at once rather than gradually, which is exactly why so many pensioners are feeling the impact right now. The bottom line is this: don't panic if you get a letter saying your status has changed from full pension to part pension, but don't ignore it either. Check the actual dollar amount you're receiving, compare it to your last payment, and if it's gone down, look closely at your asset levels because there may be a review you should be requesting. The system rewards people who stay informed and check their own numbers, not people who simply wait and hope for the best. That's everything you need to know about this change for now. If this video helped clarify what's actually happening with your pension, make sure you're subscribed to Centrelink Brief, because we'll keep bringing you every Centrelink and age pension update the moment it happens. Drop your questions in the comments, share this with anyone you know who's affected, and we'll see you in the next update right here on Centrelink Brief.